Hey guys, this is Gutsy here, bringing you another cast. Let me just move this out of the way. Uh, Nothing special about this cast. It's just a pub. It is high MMR, or very high MMR. But that's about it. So, that being said, let's get this started. And as you can see here, it's captain's mode, so they're going to be picking. I have sped it up just a little bit.
10 seconds.
So we're going to have a Nyx ban for the Radiant. Bat Rider ban for the Dire. I'm just going to slow this down. I want to speed up so that it goes quicker, but I still want to go over this. Naga ban for the Radiant. Now this is like normally you wouldn't see Naga about a month ago, but from the international and the hype and everything, everyone's kind of like trending around what they did for picks and bans. As you can see there, OD was a very popular hero at the international, along with Naga, so they've gone and banned them out. Nyx and Bat Rider are standard though for bans. You want to get rid of that ganking presence of the Nyx, just a really strong ganker. Bounty Hunter is kind of similar, just a bit easier to deal with compared to the Nyx. Bat Rider all around is just a pain in general. They're going to pick Lifestealer for the Radiant. We've got Darkseer and Shadow Demon for the Dire. Now these picks are a bit safer than the Lifestealer. There's not too much to deal with the Lifestealer. Usually there aren't any heroes that are a big threat to him, so you could pick him right off the bat. But it's still good to leave him till later on. The Darkseer is a pick you want to go for right away. Because the ult in the vacuum, it just really benefits with any kind of wombo combo you want to do. They've got the Shadow Demon to help set that up. So we've got 2 carries for the Radiant right off the bat. That's probably going to be their only 2 carries this whole game. So that's kind of surprising picking them that early. Usually want to save them for a bit. Nyx does get picked pretty quickly, but Lone Druid isn't as popular. So we're going to have Queen of Pain. There's some more international 3 bans right there. Alchemist and Razor. Razor is really powerful in the off lane. He could pretty much go in any lane. He could go middle lane. You could even throw him in a tri lane, and he's pretty effective. But he's great for soloing. And of course, Alchemist is just a very powerful hero in general. So yeah, the Queen of Pain, getting rid of that burst damage. But they also haven't picked a mid, so that's why they've banned them out. Visage, another popular international pick. Probably one of the highest win ratios and best supports at the international. Next to Keeper of the Light, who will be picked up by the Dire.
10 seconds
there could be a PL in this.
5 seconds remaining.
That could be a ban that the Radiant wants to do to counter that, the Coddle PL. They're going to pick Leshrac, so there's some push power. And PL did get picked, I'm surprised. They weren't banning, though, so that's the issue. So far we have, obviously, the PL Coddle combo. You could actually set that up pretty nicely with Shadow Demon. They'll probably throw Darkseer in the off lane. That means they still need a middle lane. For the the Radiant, they're going to have probably the Nyx in the tri lane. Lone Druid could go mid, actually, and Leshrac will be with them. So they probably still need an offlaner and another support based on this lineup. Still thinking what to do. In my opinion, probably a Bounty Hunter would be nice. That I know they already have 2 carries, and Bounty Hunter's semi-carry, but I think the bonus track gold is going to be needed. To give you that extra early game advantage, because Phantom Lancer is going to be a big pain late game next to Nyx. There will be Crystal Maiden picked up, actually. That's pretty aggressive. So we're going to see an aggressive tri lane, most likely, out of the Leshrac, CM, and Lifestealer.
10 seconds remaining.
Meaning that they still need an offlaner. Or they could put Lone Druid in the offlane. That is a possibility. Similar to Razor, but we're going to go with our bans here. Twin-Headed Dragon, standard ban. I guess they were more afraid of more supports. And Puck for the middle lane, which they still do need. For middle lane hero, probably some sort of semi-carry. They already got rid of the OD and Alk and Razor. Ooh, there you go. They're going to go with Magnus. So some more AoE to go with the Wombo combo. On the Dire, the Radiant, now has to... I think they're a little lacking in some AoE. They got the CM ult, the Leshrac,
10 seconds
but the
remaining.
carries aren't really too AoE heavy,
5
so they might
seconds
want to pick up
remaining.
someone like that.
Reserve time.
Dragon.
They're going to pick Dragonite. So they're probably going to have Lone Druid off lane, Dragonite middle, Lifestealer with the tri-lane, 4 bottom lane, the safe lane, and the Dire, as already explained, Magnus will go mid, Coddle, Shadow Demon, PL will be top in the safe lane, and Darkseer in the off lane at bot. Or they could switch it up. They could go off lane, tri-lane, but either way, heroes are getting picked right
10
now.
seconds
Gonna speed it
remaining.
up just a bit, and then I'll
5
put it back to
seconds
normal and hide this out of the way.
remaining.
Or not. No, not follow camera.
Prepare
Free
for
camera.
battle.
And there we go. So, we've got Keeper of the Light, and PL, and definitely Shadow Demon. They are going to go top as predicted. We will have Darkseer at bottom lane, and of course, Magnus, when picked, right here, going middle lane. We've got Crystal Maiden, bottom, so we will have the tri-lane for both teams in the safe lane.
Very well.
Lifestealer, Leshrac, Dragonite, no doubt about it, mid, considering Lone Druid has picked the off lane solo. Let's check out some items here. We've got some pretty safe items on Coddle. PL, actually going pretty safe too, gonna rush those Tranquils, and there's some wards going down by Shadow Demon. Lone Druid, safe items too. The Bear
30
probably has
seconds
nothing
to
on it.
battle.
It does have a Stout Shield. Placing a ward, that's going to stop the creeps from being spawned. Is there counter ward? So far, no. Let's see if Leshrac has any. There is no sentry ward, so that will be a successful block. This will also block. Or, no, that will not. But it's going to spot the rune. So they've got some nice vision here, the Dire does. Darkseer. Safe items. We're pretty much seeing safe items of
The
everyone
battle
in this game.
begins.
And the game will start in a moment. Dragonite will most likely go for bottle. We'll have Magnus. Probably going to go bottle too. As fast as possible. The faster, the better. So, Shadow Demon and Keeper of the Light just checking out here, seeing if there's going to be some sort of gank or something like that. Darkseer is going to have to be very careful. He did level Ion Shell, so he will not be able to go out further. A lot of Darkseer players are leveling Ion Shell more recently. As the first level. Actually, I wouldn't say recently. I'd say about a couple months ago. It was trending for Surge, but I think that was when Darkseer was still kind of being experimented with. Just so that you could run into the lane, but it pretty much never panned out too well, so... You go with the Ion Shell to get those levels, and then you could advance a bit with Surge at level 2. It's just more economical. So Lone Druid doing some nice harass, especially with the Bear, pulling the creeps and everything. Keeping the lane where he wants it exactly. This PL is going to definitely take his time last hitting. Going for the Juxtapo. Crystal Maiden down here could place a... Ooh. They both have wards, so she's going to place a sentry. She will spot that. Leshrac's here to keep it safe. Darkseer can't contest this anyways without falling, so that ward will go down. However, this one is still successfully blocking the creeps. Gonna check out mid here. We've got Dragonite, Fire Breath. There goes the Shockwave. So, looks like Dragonite's winning the lane, I'd say. But taking a lot of damage doing so, so definitely will have to get that bottle or something first. Looks like he isn't going to. Is that... Oh, yes he does. Wow, that's a really fast bottle. And he also... I'd say effectively pressured Magnus, so looking good for the Radiant in middle lane. Down here we've got Nakes doing some nice last hang. Gonna have to watch that creep. That's one creep you can auto attack a bit, just so that you don't have that Ion Shell burning your creep wave. Although it's kind of a good thing, it pushes, helps to keep Darkseer back, which is exactly what he's doing. If he wants, he could probably come up here and do some jungling because he may not be getting the successful farm that he needs. So Phantom Lancer now has the Tranquil Boots. Leshrac checking the rune. DD gonna give it to Dragonite, and he is fully healed and everything. So this looks like it's gonna be a hard lane for Magnus. Lone Druid, his bear is kind of low, but he's got that cooldown already, so he could easily resummon it. Gonna want to do his best to possibly stop these guys from doing some pulls. But then again, there's the Shadow Demon. He's actually staying pretty far back, keeping his bear out front, doing all the damage. Earth Split. He's not going to use it, though. Everyone's too far away. Just doing some nice harass, keeping him back. Magnus should have Bottle on the way, or did. Oh, he's doing, yeah, he's doing the Bottle trick. Nice grabbing of the creeps, I guess you could say. PL just trying to interrupt. That bear's pretty low, actually. That bear's gonna die. Yes, it is. There's 300 gold. That's not good for Lone Druid. And he did have resummon. Probably should have resummoned. Shadow Demon just keeping him back. Yeah, so Darkseer's come up here. He realizes that the Iron Shell just isn't going to cut out a bot. He's going to start doing some pulling here to get some experience. Dragonite looking very powerful mid lane, but Magnus, due to Dragonite checking the runes, has that level 5, the extra level advantage. But he still has 2 bottle charges. However, he has got his bottle back, so Magnus is starting to pull ahead a bit in middle lane. Shadow Demon probably rotating, might even gank in mid, which could be really beneficial. Looking to use that disruption. It is daytime though, there's lots of vision. Gonna have to be very careful. Still blocking with this ward. Regen rune. Magnus is gonna get it. I think ganking would be really... This is a good idea. He has smoked up. They definitely could do a lot of damage to this Dragonite. Possibly kill him if he gets greedy. So he's pretty close. He's gonna have to go in. So here we go. We're gonna see a gank. Here comes the disruption. Bam, there's the disruption. Good setup. He's gonna pull him back with skewer. No, totally outplayed there. Nice juke by Dragonite. He's in big trouble still though. Lots of he decided to go Soul Catcher. So there goes the stun. He does have Shockwave, but they're not gonna get him. Look how close he is. This is crazy. Actually, they might just be able to get him. Dragonite doesn't have Bottle. He can't do anything. He's got to watch the Shockwave. Nice stun. Here comes Keeper of the Light. And goes down. Misses. Oh my goodness. Dragonite lives this. This could be bad for them. Looks like Phantom Lancer died to Lone Druid in the process. Crystal Maiden doing some nice pressure. Not looking good for the Dire. They're going to have to back out. Maybe not. So there goes the ult by Syllabear. Nice skewer back. Beautiful skewer by Magnus. However, Coddle's going to fall here, but it's going to pay off. They do get the Syllabear. Might even get the Crystal Maiden. Shadow Demon's running really hard. We've also... No, Darkseer isn't going to run. Probably couldn't catch up anyways. There's another skewer. He's just ripping on mana. Yes, gets denied by the neutrals. 2 for 2. One is a deny by the neutrals, so not too bad for... both sides. I mean, a PL did die. That's a carry. You've also got your Syllabear dying for the Radiant. That's another carry. Dragonite going to do as much pressure as possible. Haven't seen too much of bottom lane. Nick's doing a lot of farming here. Did go for the Hand of Midas. Leshrac still keeping it safe. They're going to try and push this tower. No one's here to contest. We've got 2 mid. Any teleports. There's a teleport by the Keeper. He's going to use his Annie push. But I think it's too late. Ooh, maybe not. The glyph really helped. Here goes Lone Druid. Did go as passive, so he's gonna get max efficiency out of his bear. We've got the haste rune on Dragonite. Might be able to do some... yeah, there's the stun. He's doing some more auto attacks. Yeah, Magnus is done here. He has no way of escaping. Crystal Maiden here just to seal the deal. With their Crystal Nova. I almost said Frostbite. That's Frostbite. Darkseer a bit low, but definitely... he's still level 3. Check out the stats of our team. Yeah, that's just a bit low, but he did have a little struggle there at bot. It was a really aggressive tri-lane, and it did pay off. Top here, however, Syllabear, although losing the bear and dying, I'd say is doing a pretty effective job at holding off this Phantom Lancer. PL is by himself, so he could definitely do a lot better of a job now. PL just... doing his best, standard leveling. Might even... It doesn't even look like he's gonna go Soul Rig. Or Wand. He might just rush that Radiance. Anyways, down here in mid, we've got some action. Dragonite looks like what's going to do a gank. Whoops, trying to find this. There we go. He has no mana though. He is using a bottle charge, but Crystal Maiden should be fine. Back up here, Dragonite might just turn on the Shadow Demon. There's the stun. There's some more auto attacks. Fire Breath should be here soon. Ooh, Disruption. This actually might backfire. He's got to watch it because there is backup coming for Shadow Demon. What he needs to do is use his magic stick, get a stun off, and use the fire breath. There's the stun. He's going to do some more auto attacks. He's dead. Now you got to use magic stick or you're going to die. There he goes. Use his magic stick, but Phantom Lancer cleans this up. Lone Druid unable to really do anything here. He did have his battle cry, but again, not going to help out that much. We've got a ward for the Dire in a standard spot. Another one here too, so they definitely want to keep tabs on the runes. PL a little low, still has that Tranquil Boots though. And looks like they're... Ooh. Maybe a gank? Maybe they could dedicate to something? Look, PL's a bit low, but there is no dust, is there? No, there isn't, so... Gonna be a bit hard to get this Phantom Lancer. That's something you might want to do if the Phantom Lancer is starting to get a bit out of control early game. You want to get that dust, grab 2 heroes along with whoever's in the lane, and possibly do an early shutdown. It just really helps. This PL isn't crazy out of control, but a shutdown could probably be beneficial. Magnus probably gonna want to rotate when that cooldown's done. Uses ult. Doesn't want to stay mid for too long. It's not great to let them farm, but you could always throw the nakes mid for a little while. Usually you do that if this bottom tower gets pushed down. Phantom Lancer and them still farming up here. Darkseer slowly catching up. Uh-oh. Not good for Dragon Knight. Oh, what's with the disruption? Maybe he's doing that to stop the stun? Not quite sure.
Dire's bottom tower
Oh well.
is under attack.
3 Dire here. They're going to lose their bot tower.
Tower
Radiant won't be pushing now, so Nakes could rotate into the jungle, even middle lane. Actually, sorry. Earlier I said if Magnus moves somewhere else, Nakes could rotate middle lane for him. Wrong team. I meant if Magnus decides to go roam ganking, you know, Darkseer could go mid. He's going to have a little bit of a struggle versus the Dragon Knight, but should be doable. Anyways, this bear's low. Does he have a resummon? Yes, he does. Might want to do that. There's the disruption. Looks like they want to kill him. There goes the blast. Not too much damage. He should be fine. Nice body blocking by Shadow Demon. Here comes Crystal Maiden for support. Ooh, nice frostbite and the entangle. No chance for that Shadow Demon. Completely backfires. Down here, we've got an invisibility rune on... Whoops. On Magnus. Gonna be buying... Ring of Health? Mana Boots. Don't know why I said Ring of Health. Got Mana Boots on Leshrac too. For the Radiant, so there's 1 for 1 on each team of Mana Boots. 2 bottles, 1 for each team. Crystal Maiden's a bit minimal in items, but the warding's really good for her team. I guess PL died, I think. Yeah, I guess so. Dragon Knight gonna be ganking, most likely. There's a sentry here. The Dire know this. Can they take advantage of it? Magnus is heading up top. They're getting ready. This is gonna backfire for Dragon Knight. He's gotta be very careful. He's pinned. There's 4 of them up here. He's really in a bad spot. Dire could have maybe... These 3 could have maybe taken advantage of him being there. I think they're worried about if others were there also, which they aren't. We've got 2 pushing bot. You've still got the Scylla lane, so... Dire could have did something there. They could have got a kill. Crystal Maiden. Maxing that Frost Nova or Crystal Nova. Standard build. Haven't seen too much of Nakes. Really working on the farm. That Ion Shell's doing quite a lot of damage to him, though. Lone Druid going to be getting a kill. Gonna fall for it, though. Shadow Demon, you don't... I mean, that's... No. That wasn't a great trade. It's simple math there. Carry lives and gets a kill. That's usually the better scenario. And you don't want to just go picking off kills for... Like, picking off supports and stuff like that. Uses the Invis rune. Nice deny by Leshrac. And did pop that Invis rune, so they're going to be a bit cautious. I'm sure they're not worried. He did use Infest already, though. But he was by himself. Probably couldn't do anything. So Coddle could teleport someone in. Not in time. Gonna have a teleport up here top by the Radiant. Lone Druid just resuming his lane. The bear does have Midas, also the Orb of Venom. We do have Armlet on Nyx, so Radiant's starting to look a bit strong here. Dire might need to pick up their socks. Or put on their socks, whatever the abbreviation is. So there we go. That's going to miss, but that is going to hit with the ult. Dragon Knight's not going to have a single chance here. There you go. He's down. But even though Coddle's Blast missed, it forced him to go up, which was just a longer path. Not the way you want to go, but he really didn't have a choice. Phantom Lancer did decide to go for the Magic Wand, and looks like he is not going for Radiance. He will be going for the Diffusal Blade. Probably was thinking of going Radiance, but after having that little bit of struggle from the Lone Druid, he probably changed his mind. Starting to work on Diffusal. A lot of Dire up here. Not too much of the Radiant. Nake's still farming really hard, wherever you are. There you are. Most likely gonna be going... I'm surprised he got phase boots instead of the treads. Guess he really wants that damage output. Magnus, do you have blink or anything? No. Dragon Knight actually doesn't have too much item. Should work on that halberd as soon as possible. Crystal Maiden, gotta get some more wards. Playing really hard support. As for the Dire, we've got not so much support on him, but there is some wards on the map. Shadow Demon's more of the hard support here. Darkseer should be close to his mech soon, especially because he hasn't been seen on the map too often. Definitely gonna farm that up in the next 3 minutes or so. Check out some game stats here. Last hits denies. We do have Nyx in the lead. Actually, by quite a bit. Phantom Lancer's really lacking in his last hits, especially in the safe lane. It has been aggressive, but he should have some better results. At least be someone at par with the Nyx. This Nyx is actually pretty out of control, so they need to really do something about that. I don't think he hasn't even been contested to be shut down. All the action's been up here at top lane. Speaking of action, we're gonna have some right now. There's the disruption by the Shadow Demon. We've used the call on the bear. Yep, Coddle is definitely gonna fall here. Dragon Knight gonna have to use the stun. There's the stun. Going for Darkseer. Nice ult by Magnus. There he goes. Shockwave. There's the vacuum. Darkseer really can't do anything much more about it. Just trying to get in close with his Ion Shell. Phantom Lancer going in there. We'll have a Phantom Lance soon. There goes the Phantom Lance. Shockwave manages to get him. Syllabear gonna be running for his life. There's the nice ult by the Shadow Demon. And there he falls. Advantage goes to the Radiant. I just said the Radiant, didn't I? To the Dire, obviously. Stating the obvious. Case farming, but that was good. That was good for the Dire. They needed that. It just helps to compensate for the Snakes down here, who has really been uncontested. I mean, they've stopped him from doing the pushes, but that's about it. No one's tried to gank him or anything. I don't even think he's died yet. No, he hasn't. He's 0-0. He doesn't have any kills, though, but that'll come with time.
Radiant's top tower
So he's going to be going the Maelstrom, and eventually the Mjolnir. There's the Diffusal on PL. Dragon Knight just going to help keep the pressure off this wave lane. It's been a while since I've casted. Bear with me, people. Manta. Interesting. So we're going to really, like, Radiance is more of an, like, late game offensive build. Diffusal, I wouldn't say is safe, because it still provides that, offensive aspect to it, but it's
Radiant's bottom tower.
I won't even say it's stable. It's more. No, I can't say economical. Let's go with stable. It's a stable build. This tower's gonna fall. PL can't do anything about it. Everyone's way too far away. Actually, I'm not quite sure why they were there. Maybe they're gonna gank bot or something, or thinking someone was coming mid. So there goes Magnus. He's getting teleported. Gonna try and do something. Nice skewer back. That's getting rid of the bear. He's really far away, and I don't think these guys can contest now that the Dire's all here. Here we go. There's the slow, the purge on the bear. He's taking a lot of damage. The Phantom Lance definitely kills him. There goes the vacuum. Dragon Knight gonna have to walk around his clones, although they're ranged. There's another slow with the Diffusal. He has no chance. Ion Shell just wrecks him. Crystal Maiden already used the vacuum. She might actually get away from this. Yes, she will. Haste rune. We've got Crystal Maiden teleporting mid with that teleport. And Nyx does have his Maelstrom. He actually did manage to get that bottom tower, so not a horrible, horrible situation for the Radiant. However, they're probably gonna lose this tier 1. I don't think anyone could contest this. They can maybe push mid for the tier 2. We do have the mechanism now on the Darkseer. So yeah, this is definitely gonna fall without any issue. They might be able to push the tier 2. We do have 2 mids, so they could force that. But they're not going to. They're gonna play it safe. Now mid needs to be on the lookout. Mana boots on Shadow Demon, so he's starting to get into some core items. Does have the magic wand. Ward presence is still pretty good, so maybe maybe Coddle has picked up with that. Yeah, it looks like he has. He's starting to get some wards and stuff. Okay, just swapping the hand. Maelstrom's gonna be on the bear suit. Phantom Lancer pushing middle lane. They should be able to... Ooh, I don't know. There's a lot of Dire here. I think we're going to have a nice big team fight there. Using the Phantom Lance just to slow down Bear. Crystal Maiden. Keeping safe from afar. And here goes the Dire. Here. We're going to have a fight. There we go. There goes the Bear with the Root and Entangle. There's a nice ult by Magnus, but he's skewering him back. Getting the Bear. That Bear... I don't think it's going to fall. No, it's not. There's the vacuum. They're really trying... Okay, now it's going to fall. Nice defusal. So that Bear's down. There goes the Blink on Magnus. This lane actually should be able to get pushed. Magnus is bought back, I'm pretty sure. Or just a really quick respawn. There's the Invis by Dragonite. Here we go. They're initiating. There goes Nakes. We're seeing Nakes in the first team fight. So we've got Dragonite doing a lot of... damage to the Darkseer. Darkseer, however, is going to get out. There's the slow on Dragonite. Gonna have to watch that blast by Keeper of the Light. There we go. Nice lance. No one's fallen here, but the Radiant is looking a bit low. More than the Dire. Mech isn't used, so he could use that. They could still continue to pressure this lane. I think they could get this. Dire should be able to get this. So there's the disruption on the PL. They're gonna probably go in. Still not sure why the mech hasn't been used. I guess his regen with the Tranquil Boot should do. Yeah. I don't know. There's only 2 here. I really think the Dire could get this tower if they really tried. They kind of gave them a bit more time. Now they don't have a choice. They can't get it. Highly unlikely they're going to rush. Probably just trying to bait out someone. Yellow's pushing middle as Invis, but the sentries are going to obviously give it away that they're here. That'll be deboarded pretty soon. Crystal Maiden does have a dust, but not quite yet. Probably a 4-staff, could be a Yule's, could be anything. If it's a Scepter, that'll be awesome. On the last track. Check out what the Dire's doing. Just keeping space. Space is made at top, definitely. They will need to deal with this bot. There we go. Nice RP. Beautiful Blink. There goes the Skewer. There's no chance. They're dead. The Radiant. Oh! Wait a minute. Nice Shadow Blade by... oh, there's the dust. Yes, now they do see him. So Nakes is going for the Shadow Demon. Nice vacuum. There's the Blinding Light. Shadow Demon just trying to back out there as best as possible. The Radiant's now backing up. We do have backup from the Dire. They're going to be going for the Dragonite. He's getting pretty low. There's another Shadow Blade. There is no more dust on him, though, so he will get out there. There's a disruption by the Shadow Demon on the... himself, but still dies to the Bear. The Bear was right there to pick him off. Crystal Maiden not gonna have a chance. 2 Ion Shells. There's the Skewer out of here. Here comes Snakes. He's gonna come back in. Dragonite, and there goes the stun. There he goes. Nice, beautiful job by Dragonite with the Fire Breath. And there goes Coddle. He's not gonna have a chance. Especially with the Blinding Light, that actually helped him. I mean, it did blind, but you pushed him closer, so he's got some space on you. But still beneficial for the Radiant, even though they lost this top tier 2. And PL's gonna still push. Everyone's low in HP or elsewhere. We've got 3 mid, so PL's really gonna do his best to try and force some teleports back, but I think this tower's gonna fall. Now they could easily go back if they want to. Do we have TPs? I don't even see... We have one on the Lifestealer, but that's it. These 2 are stuck here for a bit. Bear's gonna do his job to pull this off. Actually, now it's reversed. There goes the disruption. They're not gonna be able to do much to this tower. Everyone's still alive. They're going to have to back out. If anything, they could maybe rush, but they'll still have to be careful. The Dire does have some sentries, so if they have some good mini-map awareness, they could spot this out. What should the teams be doing? I doubt he's gonna go for Mjolnir. And it's a little late to be going for Radiance now on the bear. So I'm kind of curious to see what this Spirit Bear is going. I would say Halberd, but they do have the Dragonite. And it is most likely he's going to be going for the Halberd now that he has the Shadow Blade. Crystal Maiden is going to be working on the mech. I don't think the Radiant has a mech yet. No, they don't. So Crystal Maiden's going to work on it. Darkseer already has it. Going for Blink. Interesting. Just keeping the initiation strong on this team. Shadow Demon just having some minimal items, but very effective. Nyx, what are you going? Assault Curse. Should be expected. Nice skewer back. Deeks, beautiful Deek. A little bit off by the Magnus. So this Assault Curse is pretty much done. Might see a heart afterwards. It's pretty rare, but he might want the stability against the PL clones. That's why Radiance might be good on the Lone Druid. It's just really helpful against those PL clones. It is late, but, you know, later game, like, look at this. This PL's already starting to be a problem. Creating tons of space for the Dire. They're going to have to deal with this, though. And we're going to have some fighting mid, which I just missed. Lone Druid picks off Keeper of the Light. Looks like these Disruption Clones are going to do something, but the Blink. Nice heals. They even use Frostbite. I don't think they're going to be able to get this, though. He's just too tanky, that Darkseer. PL pushing top. Nyx is here. Actually, we're going to see Battle of the Carries. And this PL's getting pretty shredded. No dust, though, so... I mean, PL delivers the damage. He just isn't tanky enough, though. Still trying to do his best to harass him, but he's going to be a little bit careful. Bear's heading back. Just to heal up. And we've got 4 of the Radiant. No tower here. Brown needs to be pretty careful. He can maybe get... Does he have RP? Yes, he does. So, maybe if... I don't know. If the Vision's good for the Radiant, so I doubt it would have happened. Get an RP. Skewer to about here. See what the team does to help him out. Illusion bottom. Nice offensive ward by the Dire here. This is just going to give them all the vision they need to see who's going uphill. To see if the team's dedicated to push. They get some vision here to see if they're going up in the woods for a gank. And then, of course, the Roshan ward for both teams. And that sentry unable to see this for the Radiant. So we've got all the Dire here. Magnus just using some shockwave, doing his best to keep the creeps. Holy shoot, I'm missing a lot of stuff. So Leshrac, no chance of defending this. This tower's gonna fall. They're gonna have to actually now deal with this. If they dedicate to this, they're gonna lose either a tier 2 or a tier 1. And he's gonna not use his ult. Now he is. He's gonna pull that bear back. There we go, there goes the bear. That's gonna get out Crystal Maiden's Frost Nova too. But still, falls. Magnus falls. The Radiant is just really strong at the moment. Dire's gonna have to back out. This bear's going Mach 5. Gets one entangle. He's out of here. Using the shockwave to try and keep him back. That was close. Bear didn't manage to pick off anywhere. Dragonite trying to initiate with the Shadow Blade. We got Shadow Demon with the haste buff. Trying to cancel that TP with this disruption. Now in a bit of trouble, but should be fine with the haste. That bear is just... Look at the speed. Keeping up with a haste rune Shadow Demon. This is crazy. Radiant could be rushing. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I'm trying to predict what Nyx is going to go now. Probably an Abyssal Blade, most likely. Get those bashes out. A lot of Nyxes do like to rush it before the Maelstrom, but this Maelstrom's definitely paid off farm-wise, so most likely going to be an Abyssal Blade. It's not great for PL, but it just helps to deal with the Magnus. So this bear is just getting wrecked by these PL clones. There goes a nice vacuum by Darkseer. There's the wall. Everyone's in it. But Darkseer's still taking a ton of damage. Dragonite gonna get out of there with the Windwalk. Uh-oh. Radiant definitely got caught out here because of those wards. And that D-ward wasn't able to D-ward this one ward on the hill. It just wasn't envisioned. So there you go. Dire's gonna advance here. And if you look at the KDR, look at this PL, 8-1. A little weak in the early game, but definitely paying off now. Compared to the Nyx, he's only 1-1. He has very nice farm. He's probably still ahead in the farm, even with the PL clones. Last hits denies, yes, he is. But you know, you gotta get those kills too. That carry's gotta get some momentum, start snowballing. Magnus just ploying with his animation canceling. There's the sentry ward by the Dire, so they won't be able to see if Dragon Knight tries to initiate here, which he's not. He's dead. No one's really here. They actually might be able to catch out someone. Ooh, this is not good. There we go. There's an RP. That's going to grab two. Not going to skewer. Actually, he's going to skewer to the side instead of the back to stay away from the tower. But they will only pick off Crystal Maiden there. That probably could have been... That probably could have turned out a bit better. Maybe if he skewered the back, even though the tower was there. I still think they should have got at least 2 kills. Dragon Knight going to keep his distance. There goes Nake's initiated. Not a chance for Keeper of the Light. With the rage popped. Also the slow. Actually, he's dusted. This PL now Surge, safe. There's the Diffusal Blade on the bear though, so that bear isn't going to be entangling anyone anytime soon. Now he is. Might have a chance. Going to turn back. So there goes Leshrac following the Phantom Lancer. The Aegis has been popped. Here comes Phantom Lancer. He's back, but Nate still wants blood. He wants this kill. Nice vacuum by Darkseer. Darkseer's, ooh, getting pretty low. Popping the mech. Gonna run away. That Iron Shell is actually doing a ton of damage, but not enough. Dragon Knight's gonna fall here. And Darkseer does manage to live. Crystal Maiden running. This is not looking good for the Radiant. Not one bit. They're gonna back out. Meanwhile, lanes are actually pretty even, so it's not too bad. For the Dire, at least. That's a good thing for the Dire, but this is already a good thing. They've already just did pretty much a team wipe. And this Crystal Knight's just gonna have to be a little bit careful. Should be fine, depending on if this thing pops more illusions. That Shockwave's doing some nice damage. These illusions are going in. They're not gonna get the kill. Tower's gonna fall. Hard purchase on Phantom Lancer. We got Force Staff on the Shadow Demon. Regen Rune is top. Darkseer could easily pick that up. And they could actually stick around. Maybe do a smoke ambush. If the Radiant decides to be a little bit greedy and farm unsafely. They don't have any vision whatsoever on the map. Wards is definitely going to be a huge priority for the Radiant. Check out if any of them have it. Yes, Crystal Maiden has 1. A lot of sentries. So they could do some nice dewarding. But looks like the Radiant... Like, the Radiant has these offensive wards, but they got to start doing some defensive. The offensive wards just isn't cutting it. Using his Empower. Working on that refresher on Magnus. Check out some heroes we really haven't seen. We haven't seen too much of Leshrac, but he's doing a good job at detection. It's keeping the PL back somewhat. There's only so much it could do. The slow's nice. He's nowhere near Halberd if that's what he's going. Nick's farming up. Probably just saving for buyback cash rather than working on his next item. There's no rush for Basher against the PL. But for others, it's needed. So yeah, PL has Manta, Heart, Diffusal. What items should he go next? Definitely not Radiance. I don't think he needs it. He's most likely gonna go, I don't know. Could see something crazy like a Daedalus. So no, he's not gonna go Daedalus. I'm not sure what he's gonna go, but they see this PL. Oh, what? There we go. There's the stun. And this is the real deal. There is backup here, but there's no dust. He's gonna... he's actually deciding to fight this, but there's the dust. You're gonna have to fight it anyways, because there's no way you're running out of this. Popping the Manta to try and do some damage. Look, Dragon Knight's actually getting pummeled here. This Heart is just making them too tank. These guys need to stop fighting creeps. They gotta help them out somehow. They're just trying to... There's a big team fight going up here. Not really a team fight, just a wipeout, I guess you could say. Look at this. This PL is just too tank. They think this is the real one. Here he comes. He pops behind. Diffusal. Dragon Knight's gonna fall here. They have nothing to stop him. These supports are nothing without that Dragon Knight. This completely turned out wrong. Where was the Nakes? Not sure, but definitely needed to be here. Oh, that was just not... That was not resourceful whatsoever for the Radiant. And now here comes backup for the PL. Nakes is in. Actually doing pretty okay, but there's the... reverse polarity. No, yes, that's what it's called. Sorry, I forgot the name. Look at this. This is just totally... Oh my goodness. Radiant not standing a chance here. This game's completely gone out of control for the Radiant. It is entering the late game, though. The later mid-game portion. And you even have Coddle here pushing. I haven't seen Coddle in a while, actually. But this is going to fall. They might even be able to damage one of the racks. It's just Lone Druid. His bear, what does his bear have? I'm really curious to see. Basher, okay. So someone got the bash on the team. But again, like I said, this tower is gonna fall. Probably some racks, 1 or 2. GG's being called. There's not too much the Radiant can do. They might still be able to do something, but we'll have to see. If I was the Radiant in this situation, what they're going to want to do is just 5-man. It's the most basic, common thing for any solution. I mean, for any problem that's, like, gone out of control, 5-man's just probably the best. But how are you going to 5-man when you've got a Magnus? He's got Refresher. That's two reverse polarities. That cooldown's nice and short. He's able to do that anytime. Keeper the Light and Shadow Demon both have Force Staff, so they're going to be able to move their heroes all over the place, even when bashed. So that's basically countering the bash. Dragon Knight, like, even if he had Halberd, would have did nothing. With those Force Staffs. Would have kept everyone all nice and safe. So there's the Butterfly on the Phantom Lancer. I can't believe I said Daedalus. It's been so long, I forgot items and stuff. Yeah, there goes. Oh my goodness. No, he's not gonna be able to skewer though. But yeah, this is game. There's 2 racks. This one's the last one. They pretty much fountain block. I'd say that last 10 minutes. Let's say 10 minutes. The last 10 minutes. Not even. Let's go with 8. The last 8 minutes just completely went out of control for the Radiant. I guess they just didn't have any flex room. They really didn't have any areas to make mistakes, and that's it. So they basically given up here. Might as well speed this up a bit. Not that much. Let's just go at ×2. Yeah, the PL push. He didn't even have Radiant. The push was just too much. Rather than focusing on the farm with the Radiance, if he would have got Radiance, could have farmed up while pushing at the same time. But just decided to do just straight up push, not worry about the farm. So this is backfiring actually for the Dire. Coddle's actually disconnected. Falls here by the Nakes. But this is game. They're not contesting this. They know they've lost. It'd take a miracle to win this. Miracle 5-man. But reverse polarity, just too OP. Too OP. Invincible and Dad here. Is Rosh up? No. But I'm pretty sure it got triggered. Yeah, it did. Check out Darkseer's items. He did pretty well. Even as a refresher. I'm okay with that. I prefer refresher over Scepter. I guess we're watching this. Not gonna end yet. PL isn't nearby, so it's not really gonna happen for a while. Ooh, Dragon Knight just getting pummeled. Alright. Let's watch this final stand. See what happens. Lots of gold on the Nakes. Highly unlikely he's gonna be buying something at base. What I'd like to see is crit on Nakes. I'd love to see crit. I think it'd be really effective over the bash. I mean, he already has some really nice DPS, but I just think if you could, like, 3-hit rather than just safely grinding them down, that would be a lot more beneficial. So I'd like to see that. Item-wise on all these heroes, let's just check out the GPM. So yeah, Nake started to lose his, but he did pretty good farm-wise the whole game. Keeping past PL only to just fall to him, and he's still really close. Manor War, it's okay. I'm just gonna speed this up. This game's done. Little team fight there going on. Actually, those boards look really cool sped up. So there's the game. Let's slow it down. I basically stated everything that kind of happened near the end. There's your scoreboard. Let's just take a look at it. So this PL's EXP per min 708. We've got 611 gold per min, whereas the Nakes fell down to 572 in that last 10 minutes or so. Support's actually for the Radiant not doing too bad. You know, 1 to 6 is not horrible in a situation where you're up against the PL and the Magnus. And honestly, the carries didn't do they did pretty good. If anything, I'd say there's a bit of sloppy play on the Dire. I mean, you've got a 1-5 Shadow Demon. He's got tons of assists, but you know, you're on the winning side. I know your support, but still, that might have been a bit better. Keeper of the Light 0-6 too. But look at their items. They have solid items. Drum, 2-4 stats, Boots of Travel. They're pretty much set. So they really played. I'd say the Radiant support played hard support more than the Dyers, but the Dire definitely made sure that their carries and everything were ahead. And Nakes did decide to go for the Mjolnir. The Bear, oh, I can't check now, but Bear went for the Basher, considering Nakes didn't have it. And yeah, so nice game, nice standard PL Coddle game. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.